My buddy John and I rented motorcycles in Japan for a week and had an epic adventure in Hokkaido. Hop on! Japan's northern island of Hokkaido is a biker's paradise. It has incredible roads that are absolutely endless, inviting, and empty. It has wild hot springs, a rich heritage, and breathtaking scenery. Oh, and amazing food, fresh and delicious everywhere you stop. Still not enough? How about very active super volcanoes, foxes, and bears? Grab your helmet and pack a sense of adventure. We're going to Hokkaido. John and I started our adventure at Tokyo's Haneda Airport and flew to Sapporo. We then headed to the Rental 819 motorcycle rental shop to pick up our whips. John is riding the Honda 400X and I'm taking a YAMAHA Tracer 900. After some quick paperwork and orientation with the friendly staff, it was time to get oriented with the bikes.
What does this one do? Oh!
Now it's time to see what we're made of.
Let's ride.
It looks like the Honda 400X is enough of a beast for me to handle. We're gonna find out really quickly as we take off down the road. Let's go. I think it's gonna be fine. The training kicks in.
By the way, I did mention that John just got his license a week ago, right? And mind you, we're still in the parking lot. Thankfully, nobody other than us saw that. Let's try that again.
This is John's first 100 meters on a bike, on the real roads. Woohoo! There he is.
This is awesome! It looks like the Honda 400X is enough of a beast for me to handle. Ah, Peter!
Oh, here comes that cop. 大丈夫です。ありがとう。すみません。すみません。ありがとうございます。怪我ない。ない。大丈夫。You okay? 曲がった時、ちょっとバランス悪くなった。Okay. ありました。You broke
So I had my first fall. It was at a stop sign. I have no idea. I guess I just was going too slow and I tried to turn and I lost control and the bike fell. It's quite heavy and bent in the handle, the shift, and we have a little bit of difficulty. All right, onwards. We get to our best.
In Japan, there is never a gas station too far away, and this one had a crowbar. How lucky is that? We were able to bend the shift lever back to operating position and thanked our lucky stars. And the gas station attendant. Back on the road. With all this excitement, we were working up quite an appetite. And, like gas stations, in Japan, there's always a convenience store when you need one. In fact, there are 50,000 konbini in Japan, one for every 2,500 residents.
So we got a couple of onigiri at the Lawson's. It's about an hour ride from here, right?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, beautiful coastal road. Beautiful coastal road.
The great thing about Hokkaido is the wide open spaces and very few cars, which is a wonderful place for a new person riding on a bike. Tomorrow it's going to be full-on excitement.
And the sun has set.
We've arrived. What a view.
Yeah, amazing.
So the first day of the motorcycle trip is in the books. We are having some local Wagyu which looks pretty incredible. This super glue, hold this for a second, and tape. And then we glued the tape, and then we taped that. And I think it might just hold.
It might just hold. But then again, it might not.
It won't hold, but it might.
Let's take a quick look at where exactly we'll be riding for the next 5 days. We'll be exploring this region south of Sapporo, from Lake Toya, through the mountains of Niseko, onto the coast, and then to the port town of Otaru, and finally Sapporo. This stunning caldera lake is Toyako, Lake Toya. Incredibly, it never freezes over in winter, despite its frigid environment. That's because the entire region is part of a supervolcano known as the Shikotsu-Toya National Park. That island in the middle that looks like a bad guy lair, that's Nakajima. Boat tours are available. Our accommodation for the first 2 days of this trip were at Hitatuki Canadian Club. And don't be fooled by the name. It's not a traditional Japanese inn. It's a log cabin type complex right on Lake Toya with amazing views of the water. We really enjoyed the setting, and breakfast here, we're talking 5-star eating, folks.
All right, day 2, let's ride.
Let's ride.
Yeah, off to Noboribetsu.
In Hokkaido, John, bikers are a brotherhood. So whenever a biker sees another biker, you wave to them.
Okay.
He gave me an air fist bump.
Whoa.
Loving this bike. Loving this bike. We need some Chips soundtrack right now. You remember how it goes?
Da 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 da.
Well, we know who Paunch is.
Smell the air, the fresh air with the visors up. I like it.
Oh yeah, that's great, isn't it?
Yeah. 48 minutes to get to our goal for today, for this afternoon anyways. Just the Noboribetsu, the big Oni.
Oh my god, I think I see it. From behind the trees. How do you know? Oh, cool. Awesome, look at that. There it is, the Noboribetsu Oni. Isn't that cool? Look how menacing that looks. Don't mess with Noboribetsu.
These Noboribetsu demons are supernatural guardians of the hot springs and their healing powers. John was here back in 2003 hitchhiking and met a very interesting Oji-san. This guy, WAKAKI-san, has a world-class toy collection in this tiny town. Let's go check it out. By the way, this is our amazing assistant Yamamoto-san from our biker gear partner Kushitani.
Who's dorkier? No.
This is my dear friend Wakaki-san. He has an impressive world-class toy collection in the small town of Noboribetsu, including treasures you can't find anywhere else on the planet.
This is rare. Tomi made this toy for Christmas. They began selling it at the beginning of December. Then the kids touched it and cut their fingers. So they stopped selling them. I bought 3, and Tomi asked me to send them back, and I kept 1. This is an old one, from 1940. I was born in 1938. When I was 7 years old, Japan lost the war. I still have a memory of an airplane flying by and firing its machine gun.
Wakaki-san's collection is enormous, and we haven't even scratched the surface here. I'll be back in the near future to make a full episode on Wakaki-san and his amazing toy collection.
Isn't this cool? This is their local mascot, the Oni, with his ugly stick. This is a public onsen here. And before you go in and wash yourself, the tradition is to watch the Oni. This is Shikotsu Toya National Park, and it's part of a massive volcanic, what would you call it?
Fart. Says it smells like.
It's a massive geothermal park, and wow, look at that.
This is Jigokudani, or Hell Valley.
Welcome to hell, John Daub.
Hell smells like eggs.
Oh, hell yeah. Pardon the pun.
Hell Valley is certainly an appropriate name for this spectacular, smoldering landscape. A very active volcano, this part of Noboribetsu is the main source for the region's hot spring waters. The sulfuric scents, hot steam vents, and mesmerizing lunar-like topography is like you're in another world. Nearby are the boiling blue-green waters of Oyunuma, a beautiful but intimidating pool you would not want to bathe in unless you're a lobster. The surface temperatures reach between 40 and 50 degrees Celsius, but the superheated water gushing from the source below is nearly 130 degrees.
It was time for a quick bite at a local eatery. Often the homeliest looking places have the best food. The oyakodon and ramen here were delicious.
Tonight, in the town of Muroran, is the annual Summer Fireworks Festival. So we got back on the bikes and rode to our accommodation on Lake Toya. John was really getting a feel for the biker life. Just in time for dinner. Getting jealous yet? Every meal at this place has been the bomb. This time, we dined on whey-fed pork as the main course. Whey, delicious. Hanabi Taikai, or fireworks festivals, are a summertime favorite among the Japanese. After 2 consecutive years of canceled events, it was so great to get back to business.
Good morning. This is day 3 of our motorcycle adventure. We are still at Canadian Club Kikukutuchi. How do you say? Kitutuki. I really like this place. The breakfasts and the dinners have been legendary. The cabin we stayed in was beautiful. Check it out. It's like logs of wood, which could go up at any time. It's cloudy today, not very sunny. Just gonna be riding up from here to Niseko, taking country roads. Maybe we'll find a fruit stand or 2, a restaurant, a small mom and pop place. This is my hope. Let's go.
Let's ride.
Woo! Yeah! What did you think of Kitutuki Canadian Club?
Pretty nice place. I was impressed with the food, the cabin.
Not exactly Japanese style accommodation, but cool. You right? You okay?
Yeah, shouldn't have done that.
2, 1.
Looks all right. Yeah, your brake handle's bent.
Let's not do that again. Let's
3 times the charm. And we got it on the recording as well. Be there! Oh, this is great through here. I love this.
Wow.
The windies going through forest like this, all along a lake there. Oh, it's awesome. Oh, yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
Awesome.
Get some twisties going here.
Hey.
Come up here close to me. I want to give you a hug.
Jesus. This is really incredible. I love the fact we're in the shade, shielded from the heat. But the colors are amazing. You got the blue lake here. You have the green trees. Outstanding.
Now we finally get a chance to see what the Hokkaido riding is all about. I love this through here.
All right, we have arrived at a Michino Eki. Where are we exactly?
This is Rusutsu, and heading back this way is Niseko, where we'll be staying tonight. And these roads, what do you think?
Those loops were pretty cool, and it built up a lot of confidence for me as a new rider because I have to be honest, it was a little bit uncomfortable, but after a while you learn to lean in a little bit.
Right.
Yeah, I feel it out.
Now we're at the roadside station. We're gonna get some
Michino
food.
Eki. Get back on the road. Hotel check-in at 2 o'clock, and then we're gonna see Niseko.
Yeah.
Pretty excited about it.
Looking forward to that.
Let's get going.
All right.
Michino Eki, or roadside stations, are a wonderful place to buy some food and souvenirs. And at this place, eat some surprisingly delicious pizza. Amore mio! We weren't expecting to find such fantastic pizza at a roadside station in Japan. Farm-fresh tomatoes with thick sliced bacon and homemade sausage, all drizzled in basil sauce. Who said Italians make the best pie?
Mamma mia!
Welcome everybody to Hirafu. This is Mount Yote back behind us. You can't see it. It's kind of shy like Mount Fuji is.
If you've been here before, might not recognize it in the summer. And the weather is so weird. It's changing so quickly. Those are rain clouds. So this is where we stayed, Chalet Ivy. And you can tell we stayed here because 2 bikes, motorcycles. She waved.
Back to Shitose to get the camper, and then up to Shiretoko.
Percent Arabica.
Yeah, you like cool things.
I like the percentage.
Yeah, that's cool. She had a percent tattoo on it.
That's cool.
Yeah. That's a really rich cappuccino. I love that. That's the way you want it. You gotta have a powerful espresso taste. Look at this guy.
Whoa!
Holy. And he's only got one hand on the handlebar. Don't crash.
Dude,
please don't crash.
no.
Please don't crash. Dude, stop at that red light.
Rub her down. I just said rub her down. Did you get it? Nobody understands. It's like a motorcycle. Rub her down. I was like, wait a second. At first, I thought people were saying, rub her down. Who is she? You didn't get it? Was that a motorcycling thing? I don't know.
It is now.
I like that.
One of the most anticipated parts of this trip to Hokkaido was to visit Upopoi, the National Ainu Museum, to learn about the island's indigenous people, the Ainu, and their rich history. To have a better understanding of the Ainu, it's important to note their reverence of the kamui, or spirit deities. This is an integral part of Ainu culture and can be found in their oral traditions, like this ceremony performed by elders to pass down their knowledge to the future generation. The varying rhythms and throatal vocalizations are remarkable. One of the many symbolic parts of Ainu culture is their traditional clothing. beautiful and colorful, with distinctive patterns, not only for aesthetics, but also considered to have magical purposes, like to ward off evil spirits. The robes are made of fibers spun from inner tree bark and other natural materials that were available to them. This included salmon and trout skins used for footwear. We even tried some simple but delicious traditional soup, which is made with fish and locally grown vegetables. This is an Ainu home called a chisei. They're constructed with wood, thatch, and other natural materials, and of course, no nails. Ainu culture is fascinating, and their traditional dance is a passionate ceremony closely related to their lifestyle and religion. This is Iomante. The dance involves a large circle of singing and chanting dancers. I find there's an uncanny resemblance to Native American music and dance. Some dances imitate the calls and movements of animals or insects. And much like Native American and other indigenous peoples, the Ainu believe that deities can be found in their surroundings and frequently use dance to worship and give thanks to nature.
I love these pants, but they're hard. It's hard to kick over.
Yeah. All right, off we go.
Off we go.
We're starting up day 4, heading for Otaru. This is a Lamborghini coming up.
Oh wow.
With Lambo, now Lambo. Look at that.
Whoa.
Woohoo! That's a $300,000 car right there.
Seriously.
Yeah.
All right,
Let's go.
onward. Chase
Dude.
that Ferrari.
Yeah.
Lambert.
It's a Ferragini.
Oh, I see the clouds. I'm not too worried about it. You know why? Because all morning it looked like this and it didn't rain. So I'm guessing by the time I get to the coast, it'll clear out. It's probably just constipated clouds stuck in the mountain areas of the center of this neck of Hokkaido, right?
Any way you can shorten that statement?
I can't even repeat it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Sure, look at the 3M, baby. Woo! Yeah, bring it. That's what I'm freaking talking about. The butt jump, dog. Oh my God, that's a great curve. Oh yeah.
Hokkaido is a vast area, about the size of the entire country of Austria, and leads Japan's agricultural industry. Picturesque farmland makes up an enormous part of the island, and with it, scenic roads everywhere, offering some very lovely rides.
Right?
This is the experience. This is the Hokkaido motorcycle experience, huh?
Yep. Getting off the main roads into these little farmlands is a real bonus. Woohoo!
Crowne! You're rocking it, baby!
Being in such a beautiful spot, how could we not set up a selfie? It took a little doing, but eventually we got some great shots. It's time to pick up the pace. We still have quite a ways to get to Otaru, but along the way, we have some amazing riding ahead of us. This part of western Hokkaido, facing the Japan Sea, is gorgeous. The Shakotan Peninsula. Riding along the sea here is a real treat. The terrain is an interesting mix of rocky coast and emerald green mountains. Neither of us expected what we'd see after this next tunnel.
Wow! Those hills are alive with the sound of cicadas and bears making love.
It should come as no surprise that the main industry along these parts is the fishing trade. We've heard some of the best offerings from the sea come from the Shakotan Peninsula, and we're about to find out. We stopped in at one of the oldest and most popular sushi restaurants in the area, Minato Sushi, and had no idea what we were about to experience. Whenever you see a marshmallowy Michelin Man, you know you're in for something really special. This is some of the freshest seafood we've ever seen. It's brought in by local fishermen, and it's literally jumping out of the bowl.
We asked the patriarch of the restaurant, Tomikawa-san, about the best seafood in Hokkaido's Shakotan Peninsula, and of course his restaurant's recommended dish.
In this area of Hokkaido, the Shakotan Peninsula, there's all kinds of seafood available, including tuna and yellowtail. In this season, sea urchin is the best. Summertime in the Shakotan Peninsula region produces the most delicious sea urchin.
This is a pretty incredible place. This is Minato Sushi, and you can tell there's a history. Wow, look at that. Uni don. And this one is an uni, ebi, ikura don, shrimp and sea urchin. And you
3 different types of shrimp.
Yeah, and the color of that uni is different. This is an orange, and this is more of a like a beige, pale color, but it's an uni mountain. Uni-san. Okay.
Are you ready?
Wow.
Have you ever had uni that fresh before?
No, and it has so much flavor to it, and it's different than the regular uni. It doesn't have a fishy taste to it,
not
a
at
sea
all.
taste to it. You can also put this in seaweed and make kind of a, dare I say, burrito.
Don't you dare.
Oh, yeah, I dare.
Oh, come on.
This tamagoyaki is really unique because it has uni inside it.
Right.
I've never had anything like this before.
Yeah, me neither.
It's got that sweet egg to it, you know, and you can tell a good sushi place by the tamagoyaki, so that's excellent. But that addition of the sea urchin,
It's like a delicate addition to that tamagoyaki.
each place eating the food at the origin, there are so many benefits to doing it.
Man, what an experience.
Next up, the very cool coastal town of Otaru, a must-stop for any travels to Hokkaido. Otaru was once a major trade and fishing port, and many of its old warehouses and other historic buildings give Otaru's center a special character. And despite the illumination, no, it's not Christmas time. All this riding and eating and sightseeing is hard work. We decided to treat ourselves to something to wash down all that delicious seafood. This brewery is located in one of the warehouses along the canal. It's a German-style brewery, and it's called, simply, Otaru Beer. Time to raise a toast to a successful day 4.
All right, let's ride. This is the start of day 2.
Day 2?
Sorry.
Day 5.
All right. This is the start of day 5. In the rain.
In the rain. But you know what? I don't mind it so much. Otaru is kind of a rainy type of town, right on the ocean and fishing village sort of place.
I guess that's one way to look at it. I like it when it's in the sun.
Well, it was certainly a nice little stop at Otaru.
Yeah, I like this city. This is one where I probably could see myself living here.
Yeah, it's got just enough charm to keep you around, you know. I love this old Meiji era feel, old world feel.
Yeah, there's so many different kind of shops here, from food to crafts and like glass and music boxes at the end of the street.
I wonder what the history of all the glass here is. Just, were they making glass back in the old
Probably.
days?
A lot of this is Russian influenced from what I've been told.
Right.
I can smell this street. The street through here. Making me a little hungry. Right up ahead, this is the music box shop that we went in live streaming earlier.
Right. It's a shame it's raining, but Otaru is charming whether it's rain or shine.
It's one of my favorite cities to come and visit.
So yeah, it's an absolute must visit if you're in Hokkaido.
So we have about a 40-minute ride from here to Sapporo, and it should be uneventful. Basically, we're in the rain.
Sapporo is the largest city in Hokkaido. Tell us about it, John.
Yeah, there's a lot of history in the city of Sapporo as well. Everybody knows about that Sapporo Snow Festival, which is held in February every year.
So much more to see in Hokkaido. We'll certainly have more chances to ride together. Japan's a big place. Yeah, no, I'm impressed. You've really learned a lot. In the past 2 days, you've improved a lot. You look a lot more confident.
Oh, the rain is coming down, huh?
There's a parking up here, and 2 kilometers. Won't we pull over and put on our rain gear?
Rain gear. We're about 24 minutes outside of Sapporo. Should arrive there at 1:30. I do appreciate it, Peter, because I don't think I'd be able to ride this trip through the rain and elements without having somebody who's done it before.
Oh, my pleasure. Oh boy, now we're into urban riding.
Yeah, we are.
Look at all this traffic.
John's not happy.
Peter's not happy.
Is everybody ever happy with urban riding?
A stop to refuel the bikes allows for a moment of reflection.
Hotel is the A&A Crowne Plaza. Should be a good experience. The end of the motorcycle trip. I wanted to pick something that was pretty comfortable too.
We're here, Sapporo, day 5.
We survived the rain.
We did survive the rain. We're to get out here and check out the metropolis of Sapporo.
It was so nice to get out of our wetsuits and check into our rooms. The Crowne Plaza is a nice enough hotel. Comfy beds and a shower is all we needed. Well, that and some Japanese comfort food. Katsudon, tender pieces of batter-fried pork cutlets with egg and vegetables, all simmered in an umami-rich soup. Umai.
A night in Sapporo wouldn't be complete without a stroll around the city center, regardless of the rainy weather.
The Susukino neighborhood, with its energy and neon lights, never disappoints.
We just come to Susukino. We're in Sapporo. We have ridden not that far today because, as you can see, the weather is not good. Yeah. Peter doesn't like his yellow rain gear, so he elected to wear his riding jacket.
This is very stylish.
Yeah.
You should have seen all the looks we got here in Susukino.
You got no looks. No one was looking at you except for that.
Because people were making fun of you.
That's fine. I'm dry. They're not. Look at your umbrella. Ooh, that's cool. They were laughing at you not because of me, but because of your umbrella. Mary Poppins, you can't fly nowhere with that. Anyways, she's not laughing.
This is day 6 of our motorcycle adventure here in Hokkaido. Oh, Mr. Cocky Pants here, pulling up in front of me. It's the first time I've been following John for this entire trip. So his cheese is in the breeze.
About to ride from Sapporo to Kayano, which is about 52 minutes on the navigation.
Kayano, which is an old decommissioned train station, and there's a very cool little rider house there.
I'm just glad it's not raining.
Yeah.
It was raining all day yesterday and it was cold. So it's pretty comfortable right now.
Well, we spoke too soon. Time to suit it up again. As we rode through the Hokkaido countryside, I couldn't help but think how much more beautiful it must be when the sun is shining.
Oh, there it is, right there.
Oh wow, okay, there's the station.
Cool, look at that.
Whoa!
Wow, look at all the stuff on this guy's bike.
Wow.
Welcome to Kayano Station, one of Japan's many unique rider houses. A rider house is a cheap place for bikers to hang out and sleep for the night, air out your clothes, get a bite to eat, maybe wash some clothes, and make new friends. There are many rider houses throughout Japan, and most have one thing in common: no frills. But what can you expect for 1,000 yen a night? Some are more extraordinary than others, like this one, a former train station. You can get a real feel for the era in which it operated.
This is Sakanashi-san. He's the owner of the Kayano Station Rider House. He told us a bit about the history of this place.
昔の駅がここだったんで閉鎖してあったの。もうクローズした。で、私が昔オートバイ乗っててみんなに世話になったの。そこら中の人に。だからこれをライダーハウスにして今度は俺が世話しようと。で、来た人を歓迎しようということでこれをオープンして。閉鎖は昭和62年で閉鎖しちゃって、5年10年は閉まってクローズになってたからもったいないんで、でこれを利用しようということでライダーハウスを始めた。
Sakanashi-san's wife made udon for us, and he insisted that we eat before we leave. That's omotenashi.
That's Japanese hospitality.
皆さんぜひ茅野に来てください。お願いします。
So it's going to be a bit bittersweet. This is the end of our motorcycle leg of this tour. Highly recommend a Hokkaido motorcycle ride. It's really a special place. Bikers from all over come here, and it's some of the best riding in the world for going to a foreign country and renting a bike. Amazing sights, incredible food.
On our way out of the village, we spotted this quaint rural shrine nestled among the trees. The cicadas here reminded us loud and clear that it was still summer in Japan.
Hokkaido is unique in that the people and the cars are few and far between. You've got these wide open roads with nobody around.
It was time to get back to the bike shop. We were running a bit late.
6-day tour, we are back where we started. Rental 819, hope they're not too upset with us for being late.
What an amazing ride. Back where we started. After 6 days in the saddle, we were both looking forward to a little downtime.
Nice one.
But, well, we weren't back home in Tokyo long before we decided to head back to Hokkaido, this time by bullet train.
We're taking the Shinkansen up from Tokyo to Hakodate this time instead of flying.
Hakodate for one more epic ride. Before we picked up the bikes, we got some breakfast for the road. This is Hakodate's morning market. It opens at dawn for some of the freshest seafood. We ate at the Donburi Yokocho Ichiban, a true Japanese breakfast. Miso soup, grilled fish, sardines, and fish eggs and squid. When in Rome. Here's our whips. I got a Yamaha XSR 900 and John a CB400 Super Bulldog. We had a special destination in mind. About an hour's ride from Hakodate is a wild hot spring set in the sea. Yes, in the sea. With all the volcanic activity on Hokkaido, it's no surprise there are hot springs everywhere. The wild ones are the most thrilling.
We didn't time it perfectly, on the fringe of when we couldn't enter, or when we could, the tide was still coming in. We didn't come all this way not to soak in this seaside onsen. The inner bath wasn't submerged by the tide yet. Green light.
Let's get in there. Time for some onsen.
That man, this is amazing. Mizuna Shikaihin.
Whoa.
This is all ocean, natural hot springs right here. The ocean water's coming in to cool it off on our behalf. Let's get in.
And like much of Hokkaido, we were the only ones around. Just us, the calming sea, and this incredibly cool, but hot, wild onsen. What an epic adventure! 7 days on motorcycles in Hokkaido was an absolute blast. But the Odyssey continued. We rented an RV for another 5 days and explored more of the far-reaching parts of this amazing island, including more wild onsen. This is my favorite spot in Hokkaido.
This might be one of the most unique wild onsen. A river of hot water.
You never know what you'll encounter in this majestic land. You can see the whole journey, including the RV adventure, on John's Only in Japan YouTube channel. The link is in the description. Well, thank you for joining us on this adventure. I hope you had even remotely as much fun as John and I did. We had an absolute blast. And a huge thank you to our more than 700 backers who really made this adventure possible. We could not have done it without you. So thank you so much. Also a quick shout out to Cardo, who provided us with our helmet communication devices, and to Kushitani, our Japanese-made biker gear. Check them out. Those are in the description. If you're interested in renting a motorcycle in Japan, check out Rental 819. They have offices all over the country. Some English support is available. And why not rent an RV when you come to Japan? Our friends at Japan CRC will hook you up with an incredible experience. Let me know in the comments where you would like to go in Japan by motorcycle or RV. There are many more adventures coming. If you like this type of content, by all means, please subscribe to the channel, like the videos, and we'll see you on the next one. Ciao for now.